Okay, I'm going to get straight to business on this one because I am very excited to taste this wine. I get excited about this wine being released every year, and it's just arrived here on the East Coast. And it is the 2019 Sonoma Coast Rosé from Eric Kent Wine Cellars. I can show you all the stuff on the back, just the pretty things on the front label. Yeah, so Sonoma County. Kent is one of my favorite winemakers. He makes wines that are at the same time really easy to like, but incredibly elegant and incredibly complex. This is a rosé that's obviously very different. You can tell right away just looking at it in the bottle. This is a different style of rosé, clearly a lot darker. And I think folks can often dismiss these darker colored rosés. There's sort of a perception that they're going to be on the sweeter side, or that maybe they're just sort of like a white Zinfandel, like let's do something with this extra juice kind of rosé. This is not that at all. So this is mainly Pinot Noir, about 80% Pinot Noir, and then 15 Syrah and 5% Grenache after that. And those grapes are all pressed and barrel fermented separately and then blended at the end. I mean, Kent is, if nothing else, he's a very meticulous blender. Blending is, I think, where his style really comes together in his wines. So these are separately fermented, then blended, barrel fermented. And that's just unusual for rosé. You know, often rosé is something that's just meant to be made very quickly and simply and to be released early and fresh and yada, yada, yada. And this wine is sort of a lot of those things, but at the same time, there's a heck of a lot of complexity here and guts to it, you know, really kind of a rosé showing the spectrum of what rosé can be. This is on that sort of darker, right towards the edge of being a red wine. So let's check it out. You know, undeniably California. You get that little hint of the barrel fermentation right away, but there's this very like rich, like spice cake sort of aromatic, or fruit cake, like something kind of like baking spicy about it. If I'm being a real geek, I get a little bit of like a rubber hose or like a fresh pair of sneakers sort of aromatic here too. Oh God, I just love it. The Pinot Noir really shows through. You definitely get like a tart cherry sort of fruit to it, very tart. Again, don't be confused by the color. It's definitely a dry rosé. The thing that I think is actually really fun about it, though, is you get this the Grenache and the Syrah bringing in almost like a black pepper sort of spice component. And also, there's clearly some texture. There's some tannin here, so this is going to be incredible with food. It's one of those wines where if I were to taste this totally blind, room temperature, didn't see it in the glass, I could be convinced that this was just a very, very delicate sort of red wine. So yeah, I think it's going to be awesome with food. But besides that, it's just here to hang out. Like it is just past noon right now where I'm filming this, and I'm ready to hang out with this bottle for the rest of the day. Like it's just raring to go. I love that body. It's kind of like bubbly. There's acidity, but there's also this texture. There's kind of a almost pillowy sort of full body feel to it. It's like almost like a Chardonnay, sort of full bodied Chardonnay mouthfeel to it, and then some texture, some like angular texture from those tannins as well. So really fun wine, really cool wine, really versatile rosé. I mean, do whatever you want with this. Put it on the table, put it on your porch. I don't know, curl up under a blanket and watch TV. I don't care what you do with it. It's just something it wants to be drank. And check it out while you can. They didn't make much of it this year. Only about 250 cases of this to go around. So get on it, folks. It's only going to be spring for a little while, and then it'll be summer and you'll have to drink this then. I guess that'll be okay too. Anyway, the Eric Kent 2019 Sonoma Coast Rosé. It's a really special one, so definitely check it out. Cheers.